The Île-aux Bridge, Transport Minister Geneviève Guilbeault making the announcement in Montreal today, will be completed a year earlier than the original end of 2026. Quote, she's saying, "It's a great day today." I'm not too sure people agree with her. Let's check in with Brenda O'Farrell. She has one of the best titles out there. She is media mogul, career journalist, and editor, founder of the 1019 Report, which covers the other side of the Île-aux Bridge and the 1510 West. Brenda, do you think it's a great day today?
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh out loud.
I am.
I think it's a great day for political theater. If the announcement, if I'm to understand correctly, because I have someone out at the press conference, but and I think they too are laughing too loud right now. If the announcement is the bridge is going to be put into service by the end of 2026, if that's the grand announcement, that announcement has already been made.
Right.
And I went back and I fact-checked it very quickly.
Okay.
In January 2023, it was reported by us, we were the first ones to break it, that the Île-aux Bridge would never reopen fully. And at that time, the new bridge would only be in service by 2028 or possibly 2029. There was huge pushback at that point because they had closed down some lanes. So in response to that pushback, by April of 2023, Transport Quebec announced that they were fast-tracking it, and a portion of the new bridge would be put into service by the end of 2026. So this announcement has been hanging around since April. So there's nothing new here.
Well, this government, because it's COP28 in Dubai, they're recycling, right?
Well, but again, it's all fun and games until you can't get to your job on time.
There you go.
And it's all fun and games until you lose your daycare.
You don't always laugh because it's funny, Brenda.
Home.
I agree. No, absolutely. So,
and to say it's a wonderful day, I think is another example of just how they don't understand the impact this has.
They don't. I mean, I have a texter. Mode writes, just as you were speaking, Brenda, great day indeed. It's 3 p.m. and the 40 is a parking lot. So my question to you, Brenda, I mean, why do we get this sense that the Île-aux has never been a priority? I mean, for years now. Why? What's the idea here politically that this never gets the attention it should?
Well, I think it's a diversion at this point. I think the minister has decided to go out on a wet, snowy, rainy afternoon to stand at a construction zone and put on a hard hat in order to provide the theater that is, we're doing something to distract from the real question that should be asked now, because anybody who's affected by this bridge knows there's going to be pain, and there's going to be pain for a long time. But what we don't know is why isn't anybody calling for an inquiry into what happened at Transport Quebec that this situation came to be what it is today in the first place? And that is the big question that the minister should be addressing right now, not standing out in wet snow with a hard hat on.
Well, I think personally she's just racking up these photo ops for Instagram for her running for the leadership of the CAQ in 2 years, but that's just me.
Well, that might play well in Drummondville.
Yeah.
But right now, it's not going to play here, and it's not playing here.
But what's going on with the mayors over there? Isn't there some type of pressure on the CAQ M&As? Are the mayors doing anything? Are the Liberals trying to get back in the game in that area? What's happening on the ground?
In fact, there's very little happening on the ground, and that's why the 1019 report, we have sort of stepped into the breach. And last week, I made a public call for people to let us know Be part of this. And it's sort of in the spirit of it takes a community, a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying it's going to take a community to raise their voices together to get something going here. So what we've put out this call, and I have to tell you, the response to this has been incredible. I've asked people to let us know how, in one sentence, not a rant, not a diatribe, in one concise sentence, how has this affected you?
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, the response has been overwhelming. It has been the breadth and the scope of how this is affecting people it's incredibly eye-opening. And we're compiling all of that, and we're going to put it all together, and we're going to send it to Madame Guilbeault and Mr. Legault and everybody else who I think will take the time to look at it, because, I don't want to oversell this too much, but oh my gosh.
Okay, interesting. No, but it's good to hear. I mean, look, I'm getting a lot of reactions live on the text line at 514-800. Sean the Trucker writes, the irony is not lost on me that this announcement was made on the Montreal side of the bridge so that the minister wouldn't have to actually cross the bridge.
Well, that's true. And I know that the M&A from this area, just before the press conference, called me and said, will you be there? And I said, personally, no, I will not be there. I said, there's too much going on. I said, I don't have time for political theater.
So what would
let alone the time to get over the bridge to get there. Of course,
I get it. But Brenda, what would be the basis of an inquiry? I mean, what types of questions are you raising that makes you feel that there is something behind all this that justifies an inquiry?
Because the lifespan of this piece of infrastructure has been identified as being at the end of, like an end of life sort of situation for almost a decade. And nothing has been done. And then when something, and it's just not the current CAQ government, it's previous governments. And this issue has been kicked down, it's like a can being kicked down the road from one government to the next, and it's been ignored completely. And not only that, when they came out with designs for the new bridge, it's almost a carbon copy of what's already there. In terms of capacity, it is no bigger. It cannot take more traffic than how it was originally designed in the 1960s. And the other big major shortcoming is, why did it not contain provisions to carry the REM over into Vaudreuil-Dorion?
I'll never understand that one.
Yeah. And, so right now we're in a crisis, and, if the government really wanted to show like it had a handle on this, it could say, okay, we're really going to reopen this and look at, and people say, it's going to cause delays. It's 2023. We can put a plan together and put it on high priority without it causing any more delays than we're seeing already.
You're right. I got to leave it at that for now, but definitely more questions, and we'll continue the conversation for sure over the next few weeks. Brenda, I always appreciate your time. Thank you.
Good to talk to you, David.
Great to talk to you. Brenda O'Farrell, media mogul, career journalist, and editor and founder of the 1019 Report.